Hey, welcome back to Beer Geeks Beer Reviews. My name is Scott White, and I'm your host. Man, tonight we're gonna go right here in this glass. I have recently did a review on the same company that I'm doing tonight. Well, I went out to 101 bottles of beer on the wall, and I picked up this lovely little morsel right here. It's going to take me probably a little minute or so to actually wheeze through this wax right here. So as I sit here and tell you about it, I'm going to pick said wax right off of this. I should have probably done this prior to, but I really wasn't thinking about it. I didn't realize that they actually put it on here so tight. Um, but without further ado, here's the beer. Look at that. This is DevESTATEtion. It's a Black IPA. This is the 2013 edition of this. I don't know if this happened to have come out any other time. Um, but from what the way that the bottle says is that they had lost the crop, and that's a bad thing, man. They lost almost a whole field of their barley, and this is what's left out of it. That should be enough to pop that open. Let's go ahead and give this a go. The one thing that I do love about this, if I can get a hold of it, there we go. Let's pop that off of there. Very nice. Look at this. That is thick. Look how thick that they put that on there. This bottle came from 101 bottles of beer on the wall, and it did cost me $8.99. I don't know if it's going to be that worth it, but I'm going to save this little thing and put this back up on there after I get this bottle open. Let's see if I can get enough leverage. There we go. Right off of there and saved the cap. And that's some really thick wax. I don't see why they put it on there so thick, but maybe I'm just missing the point. And nice to go with it. Here is the regular Sierra Nevada black cap. Throw this aside. People are trying to get a hold of me on other things. Go ahead and pour this lovely offering. And I'm going to let it go and go and go. There we go. Woohoo. Nice cascading head there. And it topped off. Look at that, right above the rim. Now, it just said that the farming never gets easy, blah, 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 blah. We lost our entire estate of barley to strong winds and a California drought. Doesn't give too much back on the back, featuring organic malts in our estate grown wet hops. So this is going to be a, right here, wet hopped IPA. And down here it's lovely because they write in organic. Now, as for any kind of dating, I see nada. A production code right there. Anything else? Nothing. And that is very, very disturbing to me. I do not like it. I mean, granted, it says 2013 right there. Brewed and bottled by that, blah, 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 blah. 6.7% alcohol by volume. It's a pint, 9.4 full ounces. Now, let's find out if this is going to be well worth the money that I paid. Now, if I look through it, oh, carbonation all over the place. Now, they're calling it a black IPA, but if you actually look close enough in the lighting, there it is, right there. Look at that. I mean, if you look through the light just right, this is not a black IPA. It is just a very, very, very dark mahogany. I would almost call it like a blood red IPA. It's just so dark that it just appears black. The head, I almost want to call it like an eggshell white or like a very, very light khaki color. Hops are very present. They're apparent. They're very present, and I can smell barley. I can smell the malts. Wow, almost a nose shot there. Head is very thick. Looks very creamy. Um, get rid of this like ice cream head kind of thing going on here. Ta-da! Instead of a creamy head, we now have froth. Um, I almost get this plain style IPA. Just by the aroma, nothing special. Granted, it is cold. It's right out of the refrigerator, so the flavors and aroma might be a little mute. Um, the last one that I reviewed yesterday, it didn't become very apparent of the wet hops until it became room temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Let's go ahead and get into it. Prost. Interesting. Wow. Oh, wow. Very interesting. I mean, there's a lot of roasted malts here. Um, I am definitely getting the roastedness, the roasted characteristics. I'm definitely getting like a a sweet barley taste. I'm getting that caramel flavor, kind of like uh, maybe like a carafa malt. Um, that are just like roasted to the caramel state, and then maybe a double roast. Um, I don't know. Uh, the hops themselves, that's just what was like right there in my mouth. Very green, like you're chewing on leaves. Um, like very, very grassy. Very hoppy, very earthy. With just a hint of bitterness. There is a hint of like a pininess or a bitterness note to it. Ooh, excuse me. A little bit of a peppery note. Also a little bit of citrus. Um, 6.7% alcohol. You do not get that whatsoever. Um, as I keep drinking on this, the roasted characteristics are still there, but the hops are trying to push their way through. So I mean, it's like you get it, but then it just disappears, and then here's the hops. Um, yeah, lip smacking good, man. This is wonderful. Um, as for $8.99 for the price point, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes, yes, this was worth it. I think that it's good enough to say that it warrants the price point. I know other people out there are going to find it probably cheaper than what I did, but here in my neck of the woods here in Ohio, I I think this was well worth it. With that said, I'm about to jump up out of here and enjoy the rest of this. Peace, deuce, pros. Do not drink and drive, and please remember, rate, comment, subscribe, and drink great craft beer. Pros. Cheers, deuce.